Hi, my name is Mary,
And my name is Christine.
and we are sisters, and together we co-host the weekly podcast, Dawson Cries. Oh, dear listeners, my sister and I have been working on this little podcasting project of ours for, probably a year and a half now. We started along this journey because we had never seen the masterpiece that is Dawson's Creek before. And we wanted to see what all of the hype was about. You know, we longed for the early 2000s when, we weren't so burdened with chaos and destruction and horrible, disturbing presidents. Or we just were less aware of them. So here we are. In 2019, all caught up on season 4 of Dawson's Creek. Listeners, we're on episode 8, and my sister Christine is going to take it away.
Oh, hi, listeners. As Mary said, this is season 4, episode 8. This one is called The Unusual Suspects, which is a play on The Usual Suspects, which is a Kevin Spacey movie from the mid 90s that has a crazy plot twist and is basically the template for this episode. So, this was kind of one of those fun episodes. It's like if you watch the X-Files, it's like not an alien episode. It's one of those like Monster of the Week episodes. I feel like we take a break from the normal plot line and we just have some fun with our characters. So it opens up, there's like a dreamy opening, and a bunch of our Cape Side crew, Cape Side High, find themselves at the swimming pool, and they're all agog because someone has put a sailboat with a dog on it, with a class of 2001 flag flying high from the mast into the high school swimming pool. And it's just the prank to end all pranks. Everyone is like losing it. Mitch loves it. Dawson really wishes that it was his idea. Everyone's kind of impressed and amazed and excited by this prank and wondering who the prankster could be. And the dog, whose name is Chester,
Oh.
he is very cute. He just runs right up to Jack and suspiciously seems like he knows who Jack is. I believe this is the principal's boat, the new Mr. Green. Because he is like, do you know this dog? Do you know him? And Jack's like, what? No, I don't know this dog. But we'll see. We'll see as the episode develops if Jack really does know this dog.
Whose dog was it? The principal's dog?
I think so, yeah.
And the principal's boat?
Oh, yeah, they got his dog and his boat.
Ooh,
got him.
What's this guy so unaware? Where's he at?
Yeah, he's not paying attention.
How do you lose your dog and not even notice? I don't understand.
All night long, I know.
All night long. This was a really weird prank. I mean, leave the dog out of it. Like, I was kind of worried about that dog. Like, can you imagine a dog on a boat overnight? Probably be freaking the F out. Dogs don't necessarily like water.
Yeah, and wouldn't they get hungry and like, I don't know.
Have to take a poop or something.
Yeah, it probably, when dogs, yeah, when they're scared, they probably do poop.
Yeah, what if they or like piss all over the yacht? Definitely. What if those kids like walked in there and there was a drowned dog in the pool, and it said class of 2001? That would be an episode. Who killed this dog? How did it happen?
Yeah, the karma score would be way more tipped for that.
Yeah, I mean that's animal endangerment, I think. So I'm anti-prank. Listeners, it's interesting that there's a senior prank because we all just survived another April Fool's Day. I didn't get fooled at all. Even though there were some pretty bad attempts on our father's part to fool me. I didn't fall for them at all.
Good. That's good.
You just know it's coming. So it's like everything all day. It's like, just talk to me tomorrow. I'm not talking to you today. I'm not dealing with it.
I know. April Fool's is stressful.
It's really stressful. Yeah, so I don't don't know if I would say this is like a great prank. It's creative, absolutely. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the pranks that they had in high school, and I feel like there was one. I don't know if they did it or if they just talked about doing it. Like setting a bunch of mice loose in high school. That would be really hard for me because I have a phobia of mice, which also it's hard living in New York City with that because there's rats always running around and you're like, no. But yeah, I mean, I've sort of had exposure therapy with that one.
Yeah.
Because I've lived in a lot of cities and like I used to live in Philadelphia and my house there was like it was basically like the mouse's house and I was just the guest.
Aww.
Yeah, that was awful, but thankfully, knock on wood, I don't have any mice in my apartment. That's why now I always live really high up in apartments because the mice tend to, it's easier for them to live lower down.
Yeah.
To the ground.
That's smart.
You know what's
That's
really
smart.
interesting about rats though is New York City rats. There's different like they have different genetics based on which part of the city they live in. Like there's uptown rats and there's downtown rats, and they have different genes and like their brains work in different ways. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, just like the people. No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
like it's crazy. They've got like different personalities. They got It's weird. Like they've done
pretty
studies on them.
fascinating. Wow.
Yeah, and they like help each other out, but because sometimes there will be like a rat on the subway, and people are like, "Oh no! Like if there's a downtown rat and it winds up uptown, what's it gonna do?" Like it's kind of crazy.
Wow, nature is wild.
That's enough about rat. I feel like I'm always the one who's going on segues at the beginning, but I think it's like apropos of the podcasting monologue. Like.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
Yeah,
just a
start off
thing.
with the monologue.
Yeah, we gotta put some of our own personality out there.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Yeah. So the usual suspects, the unusual suspects in this case, Jack, Pacey, Dee, and some randos all get called to the principal's office.
Yeah, Mary, of course, like the only black kid at Cape Side is a suspect.
Oh,
Like,
is that
God.
true? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was like, oh God.
Yeah, they're profiling, of course.
Yep.
They ran Principal Green right out of town. He was like the best adult in the whole town.
Oh, hands down, yeah.
Principal Green wouldn't ever let his dog go missing for a whole night without noticing. First of all,
That's true. No, he's responsible.
yeah. But I mean, it turns out like Pacey is a suspect because he had access to the yacht club. And they start grilling him. They're like, "Where were you yesterday morning? And who were you with?" Oh my God. And we're like bouncing all around. And we wind up, Jack is at Jen's door with flowers for Grams. A very nice gesture. Don't really know why he's bringing her flowers. I guess just to suck up a little bit. Jen, I guess, has worked something out with her non-legal sentencing because, like the football coach gave Jen a legal community service thing, which makes no sense. So she's worked it out that her community service can be being a co-coach for Jack's soccer team. But then...
Yeah, Jack... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Because listeners, I, like, stayed up, like, crazy late last night. I've been, like, partying all week, which is, like, obviously very bad. But my friend... I mean, I was, like, sick on Tuesday, but then, like, my friend from London is here, so I've been, like, rallying. And I was, like, watching this episode at, like, 4 a.m. So, my notes are, like, not the best.
And that's worrisome because my notes are usually not great. But I think they're okay this time. And I just watched it yesterday, so it's not too, like, foggy in my memory. Although we all know how bad our memories are. But no, I guess Jack really wants Jen on the team as, like, a co-coach just because Andy's gone now. So without Andy, he's all alone. So Jen agrees, and Jack is like, okay, great. Well, I've got to go meet Drue at the hardware store. And Jen is like, why? Why are you meeting
Right.
Drue for? Um, I was suspicious that Jack had gotten Drue to be a coach too and had some plan to like make them friends or something.
Oh, he's not Andy,
And
though.
I'm glad that that didn't happen. Yeah, I was like, that's weird. Because Drue and Jack really get along worse than like Jen and Jack had. Because if
Yeah.
I were Jack, I would definitely blame Drue. But
He should
for
blame
Andy's.
Drue.
But he's maybe gonna get some sweet, sweet revenge. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, his reason for meeting up with Drue, he says it's a karma thing. So that's a
hmm
little cryptic. Um,
Yeah, karma plays a big role in this episode.
it does. Yeah, there's a few interesting themes in this episode. There's another one that I'll touch on later. Um, but yeah, like, and then Pacey starts saying what he was doing yesterday. He was rounding first base for the millionth time with Joey. Um, and Joey calls him a pushover because his aptitude test says that he should be a cop. Um, so he decides he's going to go on a ride along with Doug. Oh my God. And then, Christine, there's more homophobic jokes being made.
Yeah, that's Pacey's favorite Doug joke.
It's so disappointing because, I mean, we'll get to it later, but they always put a ton of homophobic jokes in the same episodes where they touch on Jack's storyline. And I'm like, you do not get to have it both ways. Like, all the good you're doing with Jack's storyline is totally being derailed by these, like, I guess now we would call them, like, microaggressions of these homophobic jokes.
Yeah, I know. It's just, yeah, it's interesting to see, like, what back then was considered normal and, like, oh, this is fine. Now it's like, what are you doing, guys?
But they
Like, you
wouldn't
can't do
say
that.
that to Jack, you know?
No, of course
Like, I'm sure
not.
if Jack was, like, pulling, or, I don't know. I didn't write down the joke that Pacey made because it pissed me off, but there's, like, another joke that comes in later on where, they're making fun of Dougie, like, oh, are you gonna strip search me? I'm sure you'd like that. Like, can you imagine if Jack was a coach and they said that to him? All the characters would be like, what the F did you just say? But since it's them saying it to Dougie, it's fine. And it pisses me off.
Yeah. Yeah, humans are not perfect, especially when you
Ugh.
look at us
Ain't that the truth?
from yeah.
Yeah,
From
I'm
our
sure
current
people would
perspective,
be like
but
listening to this podcast like years from now and be like, those sisters are just the worst.
hopefully not. But
I
you
mean, I
never
hope
know. I
not, but we can't be, I guess hindsight is always 2020, so.
Yeah, as they say.
But that doesn't mean we're not
Um,
going to call you on your shit.
no, for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I mean, Pacey, it's interesting because he's always been so, like, against being a cop and, like, making fun of Doug for being a cop. And now he's like, well, maybe I'll like it just because the test told him so. So he's
Right.
giving it a chance. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
He took a
And
BuzzFeed
then,
quiz and it's like you've got cop in your veins.
yeah, he's like, well, maybe my genetics are my fate and I'm destined for this.
Oh, is it nature or
Um,
nurture?
I know, the age-old question.
That is an age-old question.
So then it looks like Gail has to give Dee a ride
Mm-hmm.
because he lost his dad's car keys, and
How did he do
he was.
that?
I
Question mark.
know this is a little clue, listeners. If you're trying to solve the mystery of who put the boat in the pool, I hope you're paying
Mm.
attention to all these clues. And the whole time, like the whole way this episode goes, it's like all the flashbacks, just like the usual suspects, and like the weird transitions between scenes. So it really reminds you that this is that type of episode. But
I've never
Gail
seen
gave.
that movie. Have you?
Yeah, I've seen it a long time ago. It's
Is it
good. It's
good?
a good movie. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it's again though, it's a Kevin Spacey movie,
I know he's
so
canceled.
watching it now, I don't know if you'd want to.
Right.
But it's a good story.
Right.
Um, but anyway, Dawson's got summoned back to Mr. Brooks' house.
Mr. Brooks, do you mean Tucker Carlson?
Yeah, our favorite conservative of the week.
No, not favorite. Least favorite.
Least, yeah. Oh gosh, I know. They're all the least favorite. But Dawson's like, well, hey, I've already repaid my debt. I whitewashed that fence for you. I'm free. Like, I'm no longer in your debt.
Right.
And Mr. Brooks like, well, I'm gonna pay you. I'll pay you what you're worth. Very little.
What a dickwad. I'm sorry. That's so fucking... Fuck right off, Brooks Brothers. We don't need it. Right?
Brooks Brothers. Yeah, no, I know he's crotchety. He's super crotchety. Apparently he's got a super messy study, and he's like, Dawson is the only person in Cape Side who can clean it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's suckered back into this.
I don't like him.
No. And then, meanwhile, I think we're back at we're at the hardware store for the first time.
Yeah.
And Drue is with Jack, and Jack has him buying some paint. Mm-hmm. And it's odd, like, the way they set this up. He's like, oh, I just need you to go to the register and buy this and this and this and the paint. And Drue is like... And then, because Jack's like, well, I have to fix the soccer net for the match. And Drue is kind of like, seems a little suspicious to me, like...
Yeah.
And but then he says, like, oh, well, it must be weird being so selfless.
This guy's such a fucking easy mark, right?
I know. I was just like, what is he? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
what does he think right there? That was interesting.
Then Pacey and Doug, we pick up with them at the donut shop because, of course,
Cops love donuts.
Cops love donuts. Pacey's bored out of his skull. He says this is the most boring day he's ever had in his life. Nothing interesting is happening, yada yada. And Doug's like, don't judge a book by its prologue, wise ass. What do you think? Is that good advice?
Don't judge a book by its prologue?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. Like, I feel like when I'm trying to decide if I want to read a book or not, or buy a book or not,
yeah.
I guess I don't start with the prologue. I'll start with, like, the beginning. Although sometimes the prologue, the introduction is kind of, like, usually by someone else. I don't read that until I'm done reading it. Oh, yeah, really? No, I would judge a book by a prologue because it gives you a sense of the writing style, the plot, the characters. Am I going to like this? I mean, I'm the kind of person who usually will finish a book, but only if it's a book that I would enjoy. Like, if I'm reading a shitty-ass book, I'm not going to finish it.
Oh, see, I have to finish them. I've suffered through so many bad books.
Yeah, I'm not that type. I'm like, you know what? This book isn't doing it for me. There's better books in the world. I don't need to read this one.
That's why
I cast it aside.
See, you know.
Yeah, you spend too much. Exactly. I'm like, I gave this book a chance. I'm worth it to read a book I love, not a book I'm struggling to
I don't
get through.
owe you a damn thing, book.
It's so true. So yeah, I would say don't judge a book by its cover, because sometimes sexist idiots design covers.
Oh my god, for real.
Right? I know.
You should tell the listeners.
Well, listeners, you know, if there's a book by a female, 9 times out of 10, it's going to have, like, a pink cover for no reason. There's going to be a high heel on it. It's like,
damn reason.
I wonder what gender the author is.
Yeah, that's what really bugs me, like, with the book On Beauty by Zadie Smith. It's a really, really fantastic book about academia and race. And the cover is, like, pink. And, like, looks like it's about beauty, because it's called on Beauty, but it makes it look like it's about, like, grooming or something. But it's just, like, really fantastic narrative that has absolutely nothing to do with what you think it would have to do. And I'm just kind of angry at the cover. I mean, it's a beautiful cover, but a man is never going to pick up a pink book called On Beauty. I mean, most men won't. Maybe, you know. No,
unless
I guess I'm going to not all men myself, you know. Maybe some would. Oh my god, listeners, maybe there's still some booze in my system. lurking its way through. Who knows?
Mary, you've been partying too hard.
I've been really partying too hard. So, okay, Dee is rooting around in Brooks Brothers' dusty old study. Look out. He finds an old yearbook. Siren, red alert. What are we about to find?
Some KKK
There's gonna be some
pictures.
awful bad stuff in there.
I was waiting, Mary. Oh,
Me
that
too.
triggered me.
It's like he's gonna. I like beer. That's PJ and Squee. No.
Oh
what
my
we
God,
do find.
Squee.
Oh, fuck Squee. What we do find is that Mr. Brooks has an aspiration to become an infamous Hollywood filmmaker.
He sure did. That was his high school dream.
Oh.
And Dawson is like, that sounds familiar.
He's like, are you my father?
Yeah, Dawson's probably like ready to go puke in the garbage after that.
He's like, somebody else wants to be in show business? That was my thing.
Yeah, and he's definitely doesn't like Mr. Brooks, so he's not thrilled with that.
He does not.
No.
But
then this is I think when Dawson's getting questions.
Yeah.
And Mitch is in the questioning room. Of course, it's like played up to the nines with the drama. There's like the overhead lights. It's all stark and dark in there. And Mitch is bringing up Dawson's 9th grade senior pact to do the prank to end all pranks that he and Pacey had agreed to. Right. Back when they were lowly freshmen.
And
Dawson, and friends, good point, and friends. And Dawson really hammers that point home. He's like, Dad, first of all, this was like a pact I made in 9th grade. This is so long ago. Second of all, Pacey and I don't even get along anymore. So this is irrelevant to your investigation.
And then he immediately throws Pacey under the bus. He's like, maybe Pacey did it. I was like, damn D.
Yeah, he's like, I know I wouldn't stick to the pact, but I can't speak for Pacey. It's like, ooh, good friend there.
That's a D-bag move. I can't believe we've never said D-bag.
Oh, that's true. That is a D-bag.
We're going easy on the D all this time. The dirty dog.
Low-hanging fruit, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we finally plucked it in season 4.
Yeah, the ripe apple of the dirty D.
The dirty dog.
I was gonna say dirty dog is so much more fun than D-bag.
It is. Dirty dog is just like very satisfying to say.
Listeners, if you haven't tried it, say it and you'll really have a good time.
Yeah, that's your dare for the week.
Yeah, that's your dare. Call someone a dirty dog. I'll stop, I swear. Jack is heavily drinking water. And recap, that's what I should have been doing more of.
Oh, Mary, yeah, follow Jack's.
Oh, my God.
Follow Jack's lead.
He is chugging water in this interrogation room. And he's recounting when he picked up Jen for soccer practice. I guess Molly is like a recurring character now. I could do without it, but it's fine.
You don't like Molly?
She's fine.
Mary hates Molly.
It's just like a boring. I just find the whole soccer thing boring.
Mary, not into the sports subplots.
I'm not. I want more drama.
I want more football.
Less running around on the field.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like any of the little kid plots. Like, I didn't like Buzz. I don't like Molly, and I didn't like Chris's little sister that wanted Dawson to make out with her.
Oh, I wonder what happened to Buzz.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, Pacey was his mentor. Now he's not to be seen or heard from.
He's just gone. Yeah.
He's too busy with Joey now. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's like, I don't have time for you anymore, kid. I'm gonna abandon you just like your dad.
Yeah, that's gotta leave a scar.
Ooh, harsh.
Wow.
Yeah, so Jack wants her to play goalie. Because like someone's not showing up, the normal goalie isn't coming because Jack's gay and they're all bigots.
Or he's sick. I don't remember.
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember either.
It might not be that dramatic. Yeah.
So, clearly neither of us care that much about the soccer plot line. But like, yeah, Molly's like, well, I'd rather just stay halfback. And Jen's like, I see myself in you, Molly. I like to take the least opportunity for embarrassment rather than glory, unless I get really pissed off. It's just weird, and kind of this whole plot I just didn't understand.
I kind of liked it in a way.
Well, then you'll have to speak to it because
it didn't do anything for you.
No. Well, what'd you like about it?
I mean, I liked that Jen was getting something positive out of the community service, so she didn't have to like hang out with Drue and clean trash off a highway. I was like, okay, she's like connecting with the youths. And I liked how she saw Molly like her psyche. I thought was kind of cool, and she's like, oh well, Molly's just like comfortable with this. What she has now, but I know it'll push her to do something she's maybe not comfortable doing.
Right.
And she's like, Jack, here's what you gotta do. I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. That's fair.
See Jen in a new element.
Yeah. So Pacey and Doug are bored again in the cop car. And Pacey just like goes off on Doug, and he's like, you're a nothing. You're a nobody. Your life is pointless. You're tacky, and I hate you. It was so mean. And you can see Doug's really kind of being broken down. And he's like, does this diatribe have a point, Pacey? Apparently it doesn't. What did you think about this? I can't imagine being this mean to a sibling.
No, well, no, of course not. No, it was rude. It was like they always have like this weird banter where it's insulting. They like to insult each other, especially Pacey likes to insult Doug a lot. Well, it goes both ways actually. But this was like beyond that. This was like nasty.
Yeah.
And really hurtful. I thought that crossed a line. I wasn't happy with that interaction at all.
Cross the line. It's like, nasty, put some clothes on, you nasty. You nasty. Oh yeah. So Dee's back with the filmmaker wannabe. And Gretchen picks him up. Or so he thinks. Oh, or so she thinks. I don't know, I wrote these when I was drunk.
No, Gretchen did pick up the D.
Yeah.
No, but Mr. Brooks is like, where are you going? You're not done yet.
God, he's such a control freak.
I know. It's like, why are you so obsessed with Dawson?
Yeah. Why are you so obsessed?
It's weird. I mean, maybe he'll become like his mentor film person. I don't know. But like, he confuses Gretchen for Dawson's girlfriend. Dawson's like, she's not my girlfriend. I'm like, not yet. Ooh.
Christine, you're shipping them.
I really do. I like them a lot together. But Dawson blows him off. He's like, nah, I gotta go.
Yeah, but he's like, be back in 3 hours or no money.
Yeah, this guy is like, really, like...
It's like, I'm gonna jilt you of your money.
Ugh.
What a jerk.
Yeah, it's like, you're just gonna be my slave laborer. Yeah. Forever! Ha ha ha!
Gail sent Gretchen to pick him up, apparently. I guess Jack trusts Jen's evaluation of Molly. Oh my god, yeah, this is I also hated. Molly's like, wait until I'm 17 and hot. He'll regret messing with me. I was like, I hate this. Why do you have like an 8-year-old character being like, when I'm sexy, then I'll have power?
Oh, I mean, I just thought it was funny, but I see your point. I know. Yeah.
I don't know.
I just thought it was amusing because I was like, it was funny, like, because she's mad at this kid Billy because he smashed her orange. Yeah. And like, it's just cute. And Jack's like, oh, Billy's such a jerk. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, him calling Billy a jerk kind of reminded me of like, I'm sure you remember the story when Christine and I were in daycare.
Oh yeah.
There was this girl, I'll change her name to like what should I call her? Emily. I'll call her Emily. And she was like being mean to me or whatever, and I went to the camp counselor, and he's like, "Why are you so upset?" And I'm like, "Emily doesn't want to be my friend anymore." And he's like, "It's not much of a loss." Like, she's a little kid. I just thought it was so funny.
That was hilarious.
Kind of fucked up looking back on it, though.
I know, we were like,
I think
shocked.
we were aware of it at the time that it was messed up. We're like, she's a kid.
I know, and we were like, you're the teacher, you're not supposed to say that.
Not much of a loss.
It was very funny, though. But Molly is too smart to see through Jack's conniving tricks.
Yeah.
But, nevertheless, his ruse has worked. She's gotten really angry at Billy.
Right.
And she's like, I want that goalie spot.
Yeah. I don't know. I also just hate these, like, all-knowing toddlers.
Well, of course. It's like no kid would be that insightful.
And it's also, like, it's also a stretch that these high schoolers are this insightful. Now they got the 8-year-olds being this insightful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
obviously kids know a lot. It's just I don't like smug kids. And all the kids on the show are smug.
I feel like Molly's not smug though. She's like, I don't know. She's more complex than like Buzz, but Buzz is complex too. What really makes me more angry? Yeah, I mean, I'd rather a smart, smug, like interesting kind of funny kid than like a kid that's just overly infantilized.
Right.
Because I feel like as a society, we don't really give kids enough credit. We don't even give adults enough credit. It's like you're an intelligent being. You're the most intelligently evolved species on this planet.
Not smarter than
have some self-respect and respect for other human beings. We're not idiots.
Yeah.
That's my rant about humanity for the night.
Let it out, girl.
Yeah, I got to. I think now we're with somewhere where they're seeing Drue.
Yeah.
Is this Dee and Gretchen? They pull up. Yeah, and Drue's there, and Gretchen's like, yeah, whenever I see that guy, I just hear Darth Vader. Yeah. He's like basically the devil. I was like, yeah, that's about accurate.
Oh, man. Yeah, and then Dee's like, speak of the devil, and Drue's like, the devil appears. And I'm like, ew, Drue, you're just a freak. He's a freaky deek.
He's freaky deaky, for sure.
Freaky deaky. Okay, apparently, last night, Dee lent Drue money for movie popcorn, and he even let him sit with him during the movie. Kind of weird. So Drue brings Dee his car keys. I don't know why Drue has the car keys.
Because Dawson conveniently forgot them.
What a dumbass.
And Drue picked them up for him.
Yeah, see, they're really messing with it. They're really messing with this guy.
Oh yeah, they're playing him like a fiddle.
Pacey and Doug.
Oh wait, no. There's some important things that happen in the scene though. If you're counting the clues to try to solve the case. So yeah, the keys we'd already covered, and Drue thanks Dawson for his friendship, returns the keys, and then says, "What goes around comes around." And Dawson says, "That is so true," and he says it in this really funny way. Yeah. And I was like, "Wow, Dawson really believes that." But that's again another nod to the karma theme that's running underneath the episode.
See, at this point, I was so drunk, like the clue just went right over my head.
Yeah, well, if I watched it at 4 a.m., I would have missed it.
I'm clueless.
But I was excited. I was like, I want to solve the case.
Yeah. No, you had your Poirot hat on.
Oh my god, I know. And that principal shouts out Poirot. I almost died. I love Poirot so much.
Yeah, so then Pacey and Doug are looking for the stolen dog. This was came out of nowhere. Doug loves being a police officer, okay? And he will be shocked. I tell you, shocked. If Pacey ever cares about anything at all. And he'll beat the ugly out of him if he ever judges him again. Watch your step, Pacey. Watch it.
Yeah, Doug is super over Pacey's judginess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pacey's like, oh, this dog, is it even stolen? What if it's just lost? Like, he's unimpressed. But I'm like, Pacey, this is Cape Side. This is small town police work. Like, Doug's not busting drug rings, you know? Like, what'd you expect?
Why would you assume a dog was stolen, though? When you just assume it ran away?
People are crazy. They're like, oh, my keys, they must be stolen. I can't find them.
Stole my boat.
Yeah, people are just like really quick to be blaming other people for stuff.
Wow, that's true.
We live in a world of thieves.
Yeah. Okay, so then they're like back in the interrogation room, and I'm like, I cannot believe how heavy this interrogation is over a prank, and not a very good one at that. And this principal's getting hype. He's like, justice will nail you. And I was like, if only. Right? Where's justice when we need it? Where's Lady Justice?
I know.
This is why I drink, Christine. This is why I drink.
Yeah, justice is definitely not created equal. Not served. Yeah, the principal is like on a cop fantasy role play, like wet dream right now. He's like really into it, and Mitch is basically like falling asleep. At one point, I was like, he looks like he's about to nod off.
I was like, am I like seeing this right? Is he asleep right now?
No, he really looked like dead asleep. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, but when Pacey tells them that they were looking for a dog, the principal is like, oh, you were looking for Chester. This is all coming together.
Oh my god.
And they talk about the pact and bring it up, and then Pacey's like, oh, I see you've heard about the pact from Dawson or whatever.
Right.
So Pacey's aware that that's on the table now.
Oh, yeah, it's on the table, all right. It's all out there. Everything's about to be exposed. The whole criminal conspiracy. Dee's back at Brooks's. He's too late, and you're fired. He loses.
Oh, my God, yeah.
He loses. Yeah, doesn't he say it? This Brooks, he says it like exactly like he who must not be named. He's like, you were out playing footsie with your floozy. You've been playing footsie with everybody.
Little Mo with the gimpy leg.
It's a Home Alone reference. If you don't know.
Oh, I love it.
Now you know.
You better know,
listeners. You better know. Or else you can't hang. D goes off, okay? Everyone's blowing a gasket this episode. D's like, just because you're alone and your life is full of abandoned dreams does not give you the license to inflict your pain on me. Oh my god. And then this guy's like, do not judge me. And I would say that's the theme of this ep. Judge not lest ye be judged.
Yeah, people are really judging everybody.
Everyone's getting judged. Up, down, left, right, center. Don't do it. Listeners, don't judge. We're judgmental, but, you know, if
don't follow our example.
Is, you know, try not to judge.
Yeah, and karma is a bitch.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's more judging at the first playoff game. It's a soccer game.
Oh, boy.
So before they start, all the dads, the soccer dads, come up to confront Jack because they've gotten wind of his decision to put Molly in as goalie. And the dads are not on board with this because they're like, Molly's a girl, okay? She's going to suck. She's not going to be able to defend the goal. We're going to lose our first... Huh?
A woman producer.
Oh, a woman producer. Yeah, so they're being very judgmental about her abilities. And they're like, look, if you put her in, we may be your ally now, but that's not permanent. We could turn on you. You can lose this game, and you could lose your job. So be careful.
If you're
put in a boy.
If you're a conditional ally, you're no ally at all.
Of course not. No.
They're hostage takers. I mean,
They're
it's sad.
mobsters. Yeah. It's pathetic. It's a child's game. And they're all worked
And
up.
also, who the f cares about this 6-year-old pee wee soccer game where half the team isn't even there? The stakes could not be
No.
lower. I mean, unless they've got some gambling ring going on where they're betting on these kids.
They sure do look like they have.
Yeah.
Where's
Um,
Doug and Pacey? Get on this scene, you
yeah,
know?
exactly. Let's bust up some hate crimes that are happening.
Yeah. Or investigate this gambling ring.
Yeah, and this like bribe or blackmail happening situation.
Yeah, it's a lot of legal activity on the soccer pitch.
Yeah. But I was like, you'll lose your job. Who cares? This is a lame job anyway. It probably pays like $3 an hour. Just forget it.
Yeah. But
But
Jack is selfless. He's there for the kids.
and you can't let the bastards win, so
No, 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 no.
um okay, this was crazy too. Doug made Pacey get in the back of the cop car just because he couldn't find the dog.
Yeah.
But
I think
then
because Doug was helping the blind man with his groceries. He probably didn't want to put him in the back of the squad car.
yeah, I guess that's true. But the way Pacey says it to the interrogator, he's like, "Oh yeah, I couldn't find the dog, so he made me sit in the back of the car." But yeah, then he is helping.
Oh.
Then he is helping a blind man, which is nice and really random. Um,
Yeah, it was sweet.
but then Pacey walks right out of the back seat. But if that was a true cop car, he wouldn't be able. Those doors don't open from the back at all ever.
Oh, Mary, you're very familiar with the back of a squad car.
Well,
Hmm.
I've never been arrested, but I listened to this podcast, and I feel bad mentioning it because I don't remember what one it was. But they talk about this cop who took a nap in the back of his squad car and forgot his keys and his cell phone, and you can't open those doors at all. So he was trapped back there, and he eventually someone found him, but. But yeah, that's how I learned that. I think maybe even with there's no way at all to open it from the front.
Oh,
Something
wow.
something crazy like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I
from
feel
the
like I'd
back.
heard that, but I never really
Yeah, and
knew either
Pacey's
way
just
if it was
like,
true.
well, time to get out.
Oh, Not
um,
very authentic then, Dawson.
no.
Maybe the small
Although,
town cop cars are less intense
right. Well, maybe also
than the
like this
big city.
audience doesn't know that much about the back of a cop car, hopefully.
True,
Um,
true.
if
Listeners?
they're like young teens.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's
We'll
so
have
hot
to
in my room. Are you hot?
poll our listeners. Am I hot? No.
Yeah. It's
I think
warm
my
in
heat
here.
is on though, because
Mm,
it was warm today, but it got a little cooler when the
yeah.
sun went down. Um, it's about to get hot though. I remember having to use my fan during the pod because I've turned my
Oh,
AC off.
yeah. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That doesn't feel like that long ago. But remember when we were like using our little fans and sweating it out?
Yeah, it gets so hot without the AC.
Wow. Huh.
It's too loud.
Yeah. So Dee
Um,
confronts Mr. Brooks on his Hollywood dream. And then, I mean, he goes off on him again. He's like, I never want to be like you. I never want to be the kind of person who pushes everyone and everything away from him. But I'm not going anywhere. So even though I hate you, you're never going to get rid of me. Kind of
well,
weird flex,
Dawson's,
right?
huh?
It's a weird flex, right?
Oh, yeah, well, I think it's Dawson kind of practicing what he's preaching. Like, he's like, I don't want to be the kind of people who pushes people away, so I'm going to really embrace you. I'm going to force you.
Right.
You
But does
know?
this guy even like Dawson after he's been so mean?
I mean, I don't know, but I feel like Dawson is like, this is what you need, this is what you want, and are too afraid to ask or too, stubborn to admit to. Whatever the reason is, Dawson can see the need very deep down, and he's like, no, I'm gonna do what I don't really want to, but just because I really do want to, because I don't want to be the kind of person that Mr. Brooks is.
Right.
Um, So yeah, whether they like it or not, it seems like they have more interacting to do in their future.
Great. Another regular character I can't stand.
Yeah.
Um. Then we find out Jack and his friends won the game. Hip hip hooray! Although
Yeah,
the
go
parents,
Molly, go
yeah,
Molly.
go Molly. 3 goals. Great job. But then the parents are still giving Jack shit. Do you know why? I couldn't follow this plot point.
Yeah, I think the 3 goals. I think Molly let 3 goals in.
Oh, I thought she
Um,
got 3 goals.
no, if you're the Mary, if you're the
Oh,
goal, you have to
yeah.
block
Fuck.
the.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about sports.
That's funny. I mean, she definitely blocked the majority of the shots because the team won,
Right.
but she did let 3 get in the net. And apparently, with this whack soccer rule, I didn't really play soccer, so I don't know if this is true, or if this is just like a convenient plot point. But apparently, in the playoffs, every goal you score during a playoff game can count against you if you tie the next game. So if Jack's team ties the next team in the next playoff game, and let's say their goalie in the previous game only let in 2 goals, Jack's team would lose.
That's crazy.
So it's
I
like
didn't know about
such
that.
a really low odds of this even making like like mattering. Like to tie, I don't know if it's that common in soccer. It seems like I'm sure it would happen, but I don't know. It's like also the other team would have to let more goals. It's just like guys, you're really stretching it.
But what if
Molly won the game.
Yeah,
I don't know. It made me upset.
Like, last game, the other team was playing like a really shitty team, and like this time they were playing like the best soccer team around. Like obviously the goalie's going to let in more goals if it's a great team.
Yeah, I know.
It's totally unfair.
It just seems like an excuse for them to strong arm Jack and get their way.
Yeah, these
so
guys are
they
like, I don't even have a word to describe what kind of meanies they are.
Yeah, they're terrible. They fire Jack and Molly starts crying. They make Molly cry. She just won the game and now she's in tears.
Yo,
It's
she
wrong.
cries almost as big as D.
Oh, Dee.
She's like,
oh, that's true.
yeah.
Oh, Dee. I miss his cry.
Oh my god, yeah. His cry, Jack's, can anybody help us? And the Molly cry are all over the top. Okay, so then Doug and Pacey are at the boatyard, and they find Drue skulking through the shadows because of an anonymous phone call he received about a missing boat. And Pacey's or Doug's like, I also got an anonymous phone call about a missing boat. You must have it. And he's like, you see a boat on me, man? And then they do this like annoying anti-gay joke. And then Pacey's like, Drue, give me a ride home. I don't want to hang out with Doug anymore. And Doug's like, but you hate Drue. And Pacey's like, yeah, but I hate being a cop more, so peace out.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to ride home. I like how at one point someone says, let's do the man dance.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, trying to like, I don't even know. It was interesting.
That was like a homophobic comment.
Oh, it was? Oh, yes. I thought it was like let's act out this masculinity trope, like, did you take the boat? No, I know you did it. Like, I don't know. That's how I read it, but I
don't think so, because right before that he said like, are you gonna strip me? I bet you'd like that. Come on, let's do the man dance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was like, I'm gonna act tough and do
this.
Maybe
Not. Could be both.
I don't know. But then I noticed they started playing some saxy music. I was like, hey.
Oh, cool. Christine, what was the line that you loved when Pacey rolls up in his Jeep?
Somebody saying that, like, oh, it was like, somebody say yeah. I was actually thinking about that today. I was like, that was a fun dare.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was thinking
let me hear you say yeah. Yeah, everyone did it. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was like, yeah. Oh man.
That was great.
Um. Okay, so then basically Pacey's cleared on all suspicion. Um, and he vouches for D, and D vouches for Pacey. And the principal's like, "Yo, I know who did this." And Mitch is like, "Oh, who?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was Drue."
Yeah. The
Because
principal's like, I am Hercule Poirot.
J'accuse. He's like, "Yo, Drue, you got the paint. You had the keys, and you're at the yacht club. So 3 strikes,
Yeah,
you're out, buddy." And okay, I have to laugh because the camera is like showing the boat with the paint on it, and it zooms up on Class of 2001, but it just zooms in on Ass 2000 or Ass of 200, and it like really made me laugh.
That's super funny. Ass of 200. Oh, camera dude, good job.
Oh man.
I really liked how Mrs. Valentine referred to last year's ferret incident and how she should have known.
Like,
what was
what
that?
little morsel?
Like, let's back up there.
Yeah,
Give
we're
some more
missing.
detail.
That sounds like a better episode.
For sure, yeah.
She also calls him, "You conniving brat." She like really gets like hoity-toity in this one.
Oh God.
Oh, so like similarly with like principals being able to apparently send you to jail, he gets suspended for 2 weeks and he's on probation for a year. I'm like, what? Like you can do that? Like I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm like, what does probation
possible.
mean at school? Like, whatever.
I don't. Yeah, Mary, I don't know.
You know, these are just the rules of their own. You know, the cop cars don't even lock, and the gym teacher can throw away the key. So, then Drue's like getting his books because he's getting kicked out or whatever, and he calls Joey Harry Potter. Which
I loved that. I was like, oh my God, Harry Potter's out
yeah,
now.
those books dropped. And he says he was framed by the boys. And, yeah.
Yeah, he tells Joey to tell them touche. And he's like, no, tell them karma. It finally caught up with me.
Oh. But Drue was
So,
never
yeah,
mean to
yeah.
the boys.
Well, I mean, he was kind of... Maybe from Jen, they wanted to get revenge.
He was creepy to Jen, but if I was the dude, I wouldn't even, like, understand why the guys were mad at me.
Well, they're Andy's friends.
Yeah, but
You know?
Jen got the blame.
Yeah, but then Andy made
And Drue,
them
yeah, but
stop
Drue
blaming her.
didn't give Andy the drugs.
Yeah, but I think they wanted to pull a prank.
Yeah.
And then they thought, oh, well, this would be actually good if we got Drue in trouble.
Right.
They're just taking karma into their own hands. They're playing God a little bit.
Yeah. Oof. Tricky.
Yeah. Let's see.
Pacey has a peace offering for Doug. He brings him some donuts.
Oh, I didn't write that down. That's nice.
Yeah, they have like a little sweet tete-a-tetes where they basically say like, "I respect you, bro." He's like, "No, I respect you, bro." And Doug's basically like, "Yeah, actually, Pacey, you shouldn't be a cop, not because you wouldn't be good at it, but because you were born to break the rules, not enforce them." Yeah, hang 10. What did you think? Cute or not cute?
Oh, yeah, that's super cute. Yeah, Doug sees Pacey as a daring original, and he says that that's something he actually admires about Pacey. And Pacey's inspired by Doug also. So, yeah, I thought that was heartwarming. They both see each other for who they are and love each other more for it.
Some mutual respect.
Yeah, it's good. That's all you could hope for, really.
Yeah, Dee's doing some sleuthing of his own. He's doing a very complicated internet search. Going through the old film archives, looking at the Criterion collection.
It's like the old school IMDb.
Yeah, right? And Gretchen's like, oh, maybe he had a pseudonym like Chief Brooks. Like, Chief? What?
Oh, Gretchen.
Somebody's first name. But apparently there's an AI Brooks who has made a few films.
Yeah, looks like very accomplished AI Brooks. Dawson is a little shocked and excited.
Think like I remember seeing the date next to one of the films was like 1945. That's like a really long time ago.
Yeah, I mean he's old though.
Yeah, but that would make him like really old. But yeah, I mean, I guess
It could work. He's like 70.
If it's 2001 and he made the movie in 1945, then he's got to be over 80.
Unless he made the films when he was really young.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he is kind of old, but yeah.
Yeah, he's old. Jack has Molly and Caroline at his door, and this time Caroline's not there to sexually harass him.
Thank God.
She's there because Molly wants to get her little screen cry in because she thinks she got Jack fired. And Jack's just like, look, I'm confusing to people like Billy's dad. And this is where it really annoyed me that they had all those homophobic jokes alongside the storyline, because it's like, you're also apparently confusing to all your friends, but we're not grappling with that storyline, because it's easier to have these like really extremely villainous characters than it is to like confront the ingrained homophobia in all of the everybody.
Yeah, Mary, I don't even think they realized it was homophobic, honestly.
No, I mean...
Like, they weren't, as a culture, not there yet.
Yeah. No, I know. It's just, it's sad, a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joey shows up at Dee's, and Mitch tells her to tell him that he knows, and congratulations.
Yeah, Mitch knew all along. That's why he was falling asleep.
Mitch doesn't
He's like,
snitch.
dude, principal, I should be in charge of the school. You're dumb.
Yeah, true.
No, Mitch does not snitch. That's funny. But Joey is like, okay, like, something's up. The guys did something. She goes up to their room. Pacey, Dawson, and Jack are all up there, like, celebrating in their victory that they pulled off the karmic comeuppance for Drue Valentine. And yeah, they're just like rejoicing in their glory. And Pacey and Dawson have a nice moment where Pacey tells Dawson that he keeps forgetting. Well, this is, I think, when they're outside, they're like digging something.
They're burying the body of the dog.
Yeah, it looks like it. I was like, what the hell are they doing?
They drowned that dog and they have to bury
They're hiding the evidence. Yeah. And he's like, Dawson, I keep forgetting why you and I aren't friends anymore. I'm not ready to give up on the D. And Dawson's just like, yeah, I don't know. But he basically says, well, if it doesn't work out, we could always just kill each other.
That's ominous.
We got our shovels.
It was interesting because, okay, first of all, my number one question, D has now fucked up 3 boats. That's a lot of boats to ruin, right?
Did he ruin the boat in the prank? It's not ruined, right?
They painted on the flag. They defiled it.
Yeah, but it's like the boat can
He has no respect for other people's boats, is basically what I'm getting at. He thinks every boat belongs to him, and so far none of these boats have. Maybe 4 boats he's messed with.
Dawson worked with Pacey and Jack this time, so it's not just him this time.
Yeah, I mean, he crashed Mitch's boat, and he was real reckless with that boat during the regatta, and then
But that was life or death situation.
The regatta? No.
Yeah, he had to save... Oh, the regatta.
The race.
No, that was his ego.
That was ego.
He was fighting for love, true love.
Yeah, and then he stole the boat to save Pacey. And then he stole the boat just for laughs. So he's got no respect for boats.
For For someone who has his own creek.
You know, you would think. He's kind of entitled. Yeah, but it's interesting because Dawson's like, yeah, Pacey, like, I just don't trust you right now, but maybe someday soon I will trust you. And I'm like, D, you do trust Pacey. You trusted him enough to do this prank with him.
Yeah.
So
Dawson's just not, he's not over Joey yet.
he still wants to hold his little grudge, you know.
He's a little heartsick still. He's still, his tears are still drying on his cheeks from the cry.
Yeah.
Little D.
Oh, little D.
Dirty dog.
All right. Well, you know, interesting app.
Yeah, it was a different one. I mean, I usually tend to like the plot-driven ones more, like in shows in general. The Monster of the Week format, when they like do something different. Sometimes they're awesome.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're just like, it's kind of gimmicky, but fun. I mean, it was fine, but there's not like too much substance to talk about.
Yeah, there wasn't much drama.
I mean, it was nice to see Drue get his, but it wasn't like, I don't know.
You didn't. I didn't get to enjoy it because it
a big cathartic release.
Minute.
Yeah.
And also, Drue didn't really seem to care. So.
Yeah, Drue's like whatever.
But yeah, I mean, another ep under our
belts, Mare.
Oh, Christine,
all right.
I'm so ashamed.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm so ashamed because I had such an easy do I fib? So easy. I said it to you. I didn't say it to anyone though.
Oh, that's tricky, Mary.
I'm mortified.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, don't feel
over the embarrassment.
Don't feel too bad because I had some easy ones too, and I also did not say them.
Oh my God, you had really easy ones.
I know! You always tease the ones you love.
Yeah.
I could have said that one.
Easy.
I didn't do any April Fools, though. I didn't fool anybody.
But people tried to fool you.
Only Dad. No one else was trying to fool me.
You could have said that to him, like, hey, don't tease me. Even though I know you only tease the ones you love.
Oh, I could have. That's true.
Well...
Oh, next year.
Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, I wrote down a lot of quotes this episode.
Oh, good.
Enough. So, let me take a look through my archives here.
Oh, dear.
Okay, this is one easy to say.
Yeah,
Justice
I need easy.
Will nail you.
Ooh. Justice will nail you.
It's a karma.
That'll be an intense... Oh, go ahead.
It's a karma thing.
It's a karma thing. I feel like I would probably say that.
Yeah, you would say that.
I say that anyway.
Or you can say, does this diatribe have a point?
Oh. If I'm feeling sassy.
Yeah, if you're feeling like you want to fight.
Does this diatribe have a point? Awesome. All right, Mary, let's see what I got for you this week. And listeners, I should mention, Mary and I will have 2 weeks to do our dares because next week, I'm sad to inform you, I have an annual conference for my job, so I won't be able to record the pod. Unless, actually, I shouldn't say that. We might try to record over the weekend, but there's a chance we might not, so
yeah.
Stay tuned.
In that case, we'd only have 24 hours to
Oh my God, yeah. All right, Mary, I'm going to try to remember these.
Pressure's on.
That's a lot of pressure. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
all right, Mary, this one.
Be prepared, maybe, to skip a week, but...
Yeah, but listeners, no, we're going to try to do it on the weekend, but we'll keep you posted. I'm sure we'll tweet about it. All right, Mary, you could say, what goes around comes around. That's an easy one.
It is an easy one.
I think that's the easiest one I have written down. We gotta do something easy for us. I want to give you, can I give you this one? Let's do the man dance.
Oh, okay.
Let's do the man dance. I feel like that would be kind of fun.
You know what? I
to
could
try
have
to-
used that this weekend with my friend from England because he is like here on business and he brought all of his like English business friends out to the bar to like hang out. And at the bar they had this like machine where if you like put $1 in it, you could like hit a punching bag. And all these guys were doing the man dance and trying to hit the punching bag really hard. And the one dude broke his hand. Straight up broke his hand, had to go to the hospital. I was like, that's a man dance, all men stop situation. I was laughing at him, but...
That's so bad. That is like, oh my god.
Yeah, funny.
That's man dance to the next level.
Yep.
And the last quote, you could say, I think that you're a daring original. That might be a nice one.
That's flattering.
Yeah, if you want to be nice.
Yeah. If I feel like it.
If only if you feel it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't like being really mean and laughing at this guy. Like everybody was laughing at him like the next day. So just so you guys don't think I'm like a total biatch. Like, haha, broken hand, you suck. Like, no.
No. If his hand's broken, I'm sure he's like crying. Like that would be really shitty.
Yeah.
But
oh,
I guess it's for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listeners, thanks for hanging in there with us for another episode. If you're on Twitter, you can check us out there. We have Twitter handle is at Dawson Cries, WAH Dawson Cries. We enjoy tweeting with you, and we got to say thanks to some of the listeners who've, I don't know if they're first-time listeners or not, but they were first-time tweeters. It was exciting to see some new faces pop up on our mentions. So thanks for interacting. Welcome to the Twitter club. You know, we're happy to chat with you there. If you happen to use, what's that?
Fun times.
Fun time. Yeah, we try to keep it fun. I mean, we do our best. Then if you have iTunes, you use iTunes, you leave reviews on iTunes, especially 5-star reviews, feel free. We'd like to welcome you to leave us a 5-star review. It would be really nice of you, and it really makes our day just to hear what you all think about the pod. And it helps other people find it, so I'm told. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week. Talk to you next week. If not, definitely in 2 weeks from now. Yeah. So let's all rejoice in the fact that Drue Valentine is getting blamed for something he didn't do. Justice is not served.
Justice will nail you.
All right, listeners.
Bye, listeners. Love you.
Yes, Mary, yes.